Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel today where we are now on to episode 9 here of the Ros-Albastrii 5th season. It's Saturday morning, it's around 11 o'clock when this goes live, and today we're going to be playing Real Madrid in that second round of the first round knockout stages. Now, we got the result away from home at the Bernabeu in the first leg. We're 3-1 up on aggregate, and hopefully today we can confirm that advantage. We're at the National Arena, back on Romanian turf for today's game. So let's run the intro and get into today's big episode. Welcome back then, guys, and since obviously we played Steaua Bucuresti yesterday, we have played 3 games off camera before today's big live game against Real Madrid, and we're going to bring those to you now. So first of all, we played Concordia Shajna. We're at home at the National Arena, and Concordia Shajna did have that one season where they got quite a bit of success against us, but we've managed to certainly turn that around. It obviously helps with the purchase of Kristi Novacek and a couple of their other key players that we managed to bring in have weakened their team somewhat. And it was a comprehensive performance here. We had 62% of the play. We passed it around really well around the National Arena. And it was Cristian Lukucha who opened the scoring in the second minute. Alan Cerrone managed to pull a goal back and equalise 3 minutes later in the 5th minute. And he was certainly their pick of their squad, really, their best performer on the night. Florian Jakob made a couple of really great saves in the second half. Gribin with a goal in the 43rd minute put us back ahead just before half time, and then Jack Stevens rose like a salmon in the 57th minute to put the ball right into the back of the net. A really solid header from him, a great finish. And yeah, it was Callum Gribin who took the man of the match honours with a 9.0 rating with his goal and assist. Lukucha with a goal and an assist also. And Bryce JJ played really well until he was taken off in the 84th minute for Paul Alkowski, who was coming back off a little layoff. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this performance. The team performed really well, probably with the exception of Ruben Perez, who just didn't quite meet that 7-0 rating threshold that I quite like my players to get. So it might be worth looking at perhaps switching him out. Well, of course, after that came the Romanian League Cup semi-final, second leg. Now, we already held a 3-0 advantage going into this second leg. We played really well in that first leg away from home, and we're back at the National Arena this time round, and we did manage to get a really solid performance. I mean, we rested quite a few players for this game. We played a lot of youth. Eden Ibrich, Lan Kozar, Cyprian Maxim were in the team. Dragas Nedelcu had a rare start for us, and we tried to play a few of the more domestically inclined players. We did have a couple of stars in there, like Gribin, for example, who did pick up the man of the match performance. Now, it was Mateo Garcia who opened the scoring this time round for Polilazi, but it wasn't long before Cosmin Lupascu stuck the ball into the back of his own net, and that levelled up the scores. Now, we're already 3-0 ahead at this point, so at this point now it was 4-1, and then Callum Gribin added his first goal of the game in the 63rd minute. And that pretty much finished it off. It was 5-1. We played really well throughout. We dominated the possession stats again. You know, considering we dropped quite a few of the first team, it wasn't the worst result in the world. We got through, kind of expected anyway, given that first leg performance. So it was good to see that. Well, then it was just 3 days later until we played CSM Polilazi again. And this time we met them in the league, and it was a Liga 1 clash. And we were away from home this time at the Emil Alexandrescu in Lazi. And it was a 4-2 victory to Steaua Bucuresti, courtesy of an opening goal from Callum Gribin, and he added his second of the game in the 45th minute. But that was after Cristian Lukucha put us 2-0 to the good in the 38th minute. Gribin with a lovely brace just on the stroke of half-time, before Will Keane added our 4th in the 68th minute. Now, they managed to get a couple of late consolation goals, one through Sergio Tellez and one through Filippo Falcao. Now, it was probably their captain, Sergio Tellez, who was their man of the match. Certainly the best performer ratings-wise for this game. But the man of the match honours did go to Callum Gribin again with a brilliant performance, a 9.2 rating, 2 goals overall and an assist. Lukucha was really on song again with a 7.4. Bryce JJ getting a little run in the first team of late, giving him a few games with an 8.1. And we've really played really well in this game. Now, obviously, we've got Real Madrid coming up today, which is going to be a very tough game for us. But, you know, we've got that 3-1 advantage from that first leg, and I'm hoping that we can use that to our advantage. We're on home soil, we're at the National Arena, and we're going to play a really defensive, contained mentality. So then we have picked the squad here for this game here against Real Madrid. We're at home, remember. Now, the Romanian Football Gazette Marian Georgescu believes that Real Madrid are on a high and that form recently should be enough to get them a victory over Steaua Bucuresti. They think they're going to be strong enough to overturn Steaua Bucurest's 2-goal lead from the first leg. They've got them in at 5-4 favourites with bet 190. We are 7-4 and the draw is in at 11-5. Now, the betting market suggests that whilst they are the most likely winners, Real Madrid, that Steaua Bucuresti are the second most likely outcome with the draw, the least favoured of the three. Now, Sporting are playing against Barcelona today on the same day, so it's going to be worth keeping an eye on that score. Now, the teams line up. So we've got Francesco Bardi in goal, Alin Tosca, Jack Stevens and Kenneth Omaruro. Christy Novosek, Bryce DJJ in the wing-back positions with Vlad Archim and Razvan Marin. Then up front we've got Christian Lakucha, Will Keane and Callum Gribbin. Real Madrid line up with Keylor Navas in goal, Bernat, Ramos, Garcia and Carvajal at the back with Cruz and Casemiro in midfield with Hazard, Tielemans and Dembele and Cristiano Ronaldo leading the line on his own. Now we're going to go into the opposition instructions now. As we looked last time, there wasn't really much to exploit in this area. They've got quite a really solid, sturdy unit, so it's going to be difficult to try and exploit to any level really. We're going to go in quite hard on Toni Kroos and obviously Ousmane Dembele. Tielemans is pretty okay, as is Hazard, and obviously Cristiano Ronaldo is going to be really good. We're obviously going to put their wider men onto the weaker foot. They're not playing Gareth Bale today, which is an interesting ploy from them. I thought they might have been playing Gareth Bale, but it doesn't seem to be the case. It's going to be Dembele and Hazard in the wing positions, which is going to be quite a task for our wing backs to deal with. But I'm quite confident we can do something. So we're going to go out there and tell them to not get complacent. We've got to try and drill this out of them. So let's get into today's game. We're going to start things off. So the teams are out here in front of the adoring crowd. The Ros-Albastrii are in great verse here at the National Arena. They've got a big night ahead of them, Steaua Bucuresti. Can we hang on here? And it is Ronaldo who kicks off. Now, Real Madrid are kicking here from left to right, and it's Hazard. But the ball is played to Lakucha, and that is the end of the first highlight. Ronaldo has been caught offside in the first couple of minutes of the game. And there isn't a lot to be said so far. We're around 20 so minutes in, 33 minutes. Will Keane! Oh, what a strike. Will Keane has put us into the lead here. 14th goal of the season, and Will Keane is our big game Champions League man, and it's a Gribbin corner, lovely corner onto the edge of the area from Keane, who takes it on the half volley, rifles it into the roof of the net past the ailing Keylor Navas, and Steaua Bucuresti have taken a 1-goal lead now. They've got a set piece, and this is how we conceded last time, and it's Tielemans back to Carvajal to Casemiro, out wide to Bernat inside, but Stevens clears it, and now Keane has a chance to launch the counter. It's Bryce DJJ to Gribbin, up forward to Will Keane, Keane to Lakucha. He's got Gribbin ahead of him, but a good header there from Bernat. It's going to be Keane on the ball to Lakucha. Lakucha looks around, but Dembele manages to get the ball back. Tosca now to Archim, to Novosek, to Lakucha. Look, Keane in space. Keane is through on goal, but a great save from Navas. Probably should have done a bit better than that, really, Will Keane. But it was a good shot nonetheless. And we've got another corner now. Can we get another goal from this set piece? And he's whipped in towards Kenneth Omaruro, but Ramos, the captain, rises well and gets it out. We've got another corner on the other side, though, and it's going to be... Looks like it's going to be Gribbin again. And Gribbin whips the ball in towards Archim. The ball falls to Christian Lakucha, who cuts the ball back. Garcia gets it away. And Novosek picks it up with 38 minutes in. And it's Novosek on the ball. But it's dispossessed by Carvajal. Archim wins it back. Keane finds Marin in space. Razvan Marin forces a save from Keylor Navas, who manages to get a hand to it. Tips it round the post. And we've got a corner again. And it's going to be Gribbin. Gribbin whips the ball in towards Keane on the back post. And the defence managed to get it away. What a great first half this has been. We are now 4-1 up on aggregate over Real Madrid. This has been a brilliant first half. Now we're gonna go in there and we're going to assertively tell them we don't want to let those performance levels drop. And I think we'll happily leave it at that going into this second half. Now we've got to just play this game out, play the clock down. So I'm going to look at perhaps slowing the pace down a bit, getting them to retain possession, because obviously we want to. I mean, it's going to be difficult for them to turn this around. I mean, I'm surprised that we're able to do this to Real Madrid. I think we've been really good in this game so far. We've got a highlight, and it's Lakucha on the ball, who goes past one, past two, plays it into Marin, back out wide to Lakucha, who crosses the ball into Bryce DJJ, who hits the crossbar and puts the ball straight into the back of the net. Bryce DJJ adds his one of very few goals he scored this season, actually. But he's a very big game player, Bryce DJJ. You remember that lovely goal that he scored to get us into the Champions League final. And he has scored a wicked goal there. Lovely cross and great work out wide left from Christian Lacucha. We're just going to make a substitution though. And we're going to bring on Ruben Perez for Vlad Archim, who's picked up that yellow card. And we're just going to calmly tell him that there is no pressure on him tonight, which is there isn't really. We're now 5-1 ahead. We're 2-0 up here at the National Arena. It's a great performance from Steaua Bucuresti. And now we're just going to go into the instructions. We're going to get them to drop the tempo down. We're going to get them to retain possession. And we're going to go to shorter passing. And we're just going to see this game out now for the last 20 or so minutes of it. We brought Perez on. Lacucha is going to come off. We're going to give him a little bit of a break. We're going to bring on Florin Koeman, who hasn't really had much of a great run in the team. And again, we are going to calmly tell him there is no pressure on him tonight because we just want him to go out there and enjoy the occasion. We are 5-1 ahead of Real Madrid. And I'm really happy with this. So we've got a highlight here in the 88th minute, and it is Gomez on the ball. Novacek manages to get it away, and Koeman picks it up. Tries to play a ball through to King, but it doesn't get through to him. Bazar picks it up, and it looks like Ros-Albastrii is going to get a second yellow card here for that tackle on Rashedli Bazar. And it's Ros-Albastrii who gets the red. I mean, he's definitely going to be out of the next game anyway. Now we just need to damage limitation here. So we're going to bring off Callum Gribbin, and we're going to bring on Billia, and we're going to drop to 2 up front. We've got a couple of minutes. We're not going to concede 4 goals in that length of time. I've got a highlight here. It's coming up to the end of the game. And that is it, guys. We've just beaten Real Madrid 2-0 at the National Arena. What a fantastic performance. I can't believe we have managed to beat Real Madrid in the Champions League. Not once, but twice. With the team that we've got as well. What a brilliant performance. First leg triumph helps Steaua Bucuresti past Real Madrid. We've just gone through that. So we've just won in the first knockout rounds of the Champions League. We've received 5.16 million. Again, that is vital to the ongoing success of Steaua Bucuresti. So we were happy to have got that. We're going to go in and we're going to issue a warning for that second yellow card, the red card eventuality. We're going to go in and we're also going to praise Wilkins' performance, who was just brilliant in front of goal. 9.0 rating. Man of the match performance for him. So we've just beaten Real Madrid. What a performance that was. We've beaten them twice. We haven't decided who we've got in the quarterfinals yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to skip into the future in a moment, and we're going to do the draw, and we're going to see who we've got. And then in our next episode, we're going to come back and we're going to play them. So let's go and have a look. Well, to enable us to do the draw in this episode, we've had to play a game off camera, and that was a 2-0 victory over Vital Constanta. Now, it was Christian Lacucha who opened the scoring, but faced a straight red card for a vicious tackle in the 65th minute. He was given the straight red by the referee, a Comenescu, who gave him the red card. Now, it was Alexandru Ionita who added the second in the 93rd minute, 3 minutes of injury time. And we won this game quite convincingly, considering we were down to 10 men for the last 25 minutes of the game. We had 63% of possession. They didn't really pose much of a threat really at any point. And now we're going to go and do the Champions League draw, which is going to be coming up on the 19th. So we're just going to holiday a few days in advance, and we're going to do that. Right then, so here we go then. We've got the Champions League quarter-final draw. Our name is in the hat for it. Manchester United are also in there, who we don't want to get. But we're going to see now. So we're going to draw the next team out of the hat, and it's going to be Steaua Bucuresti, who will play Tottenham. Really happy with that. Very happy with that. Quarter-final, Tottenham. Lovely. So it's going to be Inter Milan will play Chelsea. Good draw again. Arsenal will play Sporting, which means Manchester United will play Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain at home for the first leg. Now, Steaua Bucuresti have got Tottenham now. As quarterfinals go, out of all those teams, I'm really quite happy about that. Let's have a quick look at their team. They finished first last season. They have been finishing in and around 4th and 5th. Let's have a quick look. They're currently 3rd in the league. They've got Harry Kane still up front for them. They've got Dele Alli in there. They've got Christian Eriksen. Not much has changed for them. And I'm quite confident that we can get some form of result. I mean, it's obviously famous last words, but, you know, I'm happy with that. So we're going to come back on Monday for the first episode of that Champions League quarter-final. So join us for that. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, guys. Remember to leave a like on the video down below if you'd like to see more. If you've enjoyed it today, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. There's going to be more Football Manager content coming up, particularly when FM18 lands on the some sort of, I think 10th of November, I think it is. So yeah, guys, if you've got any comments to make as well, any players to suggest, don't forget to use the comment section down below. But for this Saturday morning, I am out of time.